So I promised a few weeks ago, maybe a couple weeks ago, that I would get some footage of the progress of a 1906 Bluthner grand piano that we've been working on. And I'm finally having a moment to be able to do that. I have several photos, so I'm going to do a compilation of what's been done and where we are at with it right now. This is one of the projects that we are in the action department now with, and so we aren't quite done yet, but we've come a long way. And so let's take a look at that now. From the very beginning, this is the dismantling area where we take the piano completely apart, including pins and strings. We remove that cast iron plate, and we put the components of the piano in various departments. And so finally we're down to the case, and we're going to take that to the finish area where to have the original finish removed. And then it will need to be sanded, the case and the parts. And then any veneer that is damaged will need to be repaired. The Bluthner has an inlaid brass decal, so that stays. And then the repair is being done on the side here. And you can see that the piano has been sanded and repaired. It will be stained. It might have received some stain in this one already, and then epoxied. And it'll be ready for the new finish after that. So, and sealed as well. First sealed, stained, and epoxied. So we have the lid. You can see it's been stained to a darker color there. It is a nitrocellulose lacquer that we use, and so there's a couple coats applied at a time with hand scuffing in between, and our technicians are able to tint it as they go. The first few coats are going to look different than when you have all of them on, obviously, and so that's a nice, beautiful rosewood finish. This is a Kaiser WIlhelm Style piano. After that, it goes to the belly work. They have a jig there that they use to remove that soundboard, and then we epoxy the joints and the underpinning in the case there, the cross beams, and get it ready for the new parts. So the ribs are being made, and the soundboard is being made, and the bridges are being made, and then they all come together and are fitted specific to this piano, of course. Once the ribs are put on the soundboard, then Brian can go ahead and affix the bridges and make sure everything fits properly in the case itself. We do taper those ribs. That is a Swiss spruce, a European spruce that we use for both ribs and board, and we do put a finish on it. The plate does get a rebronzing and a hand lettering, and then we fit it to the piano and then do the final gluing of the parts. Pin block is also made to original spec. You can see the new one and the old there. He's using the old as a pattern. The plate gets put on with all those screws, and the brass pieces that you saw there are on the front, and actually that's the only thing that's covering the pin block is those brass pieces, and you can see it's being strung now, including that fourth string. There it is all together. That case will get a final rub out when the piano is completed, so it's not had its final rub out yet, but you can see the beautiful blue felt there, the Bluthner signature color. The fourth, or that aliquot's bridge is in there with the fourth string, and that Kaiser WIlhelm Style leg. Beautiful rosewood piano. We've got a nice grain in it, turned out really nicely, and so we're very happy with this piano so far. It is in the action department now, and it does have the Bluthner patent action, and so that's going to be different than your modern action. We've put new back checks on there. We've cleaned everything up. We do have new abstracts. We're able to get those, and so those are all new on that action stack. New felts have been put on there, both on the action keys and the dampers. Those dampers have been cleaned up. They clean up very nicely. And the keys are going to get new acrylic key tops. The ivory was so worn out. I cannot wait to hear this piano. As soon as we get the hammers on and those key tops on, we can start regulation.